Hey guys, in this video I will show you how to integrate Appwrite database with your Flutter application. I will go through each and every step, and in between if I get some errors, I will try to solve it real time and do a long form video. So stay with me and let's get started. So what I have done here is basically I have created a new project named NoteKeep, and I will be creating a simple to-do application. And yeah, so that's it. That's the overview. And let's get started with the Appwrite website. So if you see here, we have, okay, what is Appwrite? It is a secure open source backend server for web, mobile, and Flutter developers, right? So let's get started and let's see what we can do here. Appwrite is a self-hosted backend as a service. You can easily install it by using Docker and copy pasting the following lines. So I will be using command cmd. So I will just copy this and open up a terminal, and then I will just paste it out, making it bigger. So it says invalid format, reference format, docker run help command. Okay. So let's see if we have docker. Yeah, we have docker, right? So it's not working. So let's see what we can do. Let me see if we can use this or not. So this is a bash, right? So let's see if this works. Yeah, that works. So for macOS, you will be using the Unix command. Uh-huh. I think it is creating something in my Docker. Let's see if there is any new files added here. It is downloading the image. Let me make it bigger. So I guess it will take few more minutes, but what I will basically do is I will uh, create a I will in the description I will add the specific timeline where it has completed the download process, so you can continue from there. In the meantime, I will wait and uh, let it run. If you see here in my Docker, I was using server pod. I was tinkering with server pod and checking how it works. So I think I will also create a video for server pod after this one, once I complete this series of creating this application. You can also let me know what else you would like to see, like what else I should try next. Starting Appwrite installation. Yeah, I have also received, we have also got a Appwrite image here. Yeah, see, Appwrite. I'm using 80 as default server, default port as 443, Choose a secret key. Make sure to back up your key in a secure location. Default your secret key. So let me just write down. So let's say Tanmay Karmakar is my secret key. Let it be localhost. Data DNS record host name. Okay, default is also localhost. I will not do anything. Okay, it's started the run process. Let's see if you have to do anything else or not. No, okay. So it's running the Docker. Okay, fine. Let's keep it aside. Okay, now let's see what we have to do. Once this is done, we have to go to get started with Appwrite for Flutter. Okay, so we have all Appwrite is a development platform. Okay, follow the instruction and you have a server instance running on your go to the Appwrite console. So let's see how to go to the Appwrite console. So it's local host and default port is 80. So let's see if we can go to local host and then localhost 80. Nothing there. Okay. Okay. So it will be 443. 443. Mhm. Okay. I think it has to do something else. We have to do something else, right? So let's see here. Let's see the installation guide. To start running your Appwrite server is a Docker CLI machine. Okay. Okay. This is running, right? So let's see image. Yeah, it's in use. Okay, container running. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Appwrite. Mhm. Let's see. To access Docker as Appwrite in browser Docker. Yeah. Let's see some tutorial. So this is my first time also in working with this Appwrite. So this is how you will also be doing it. So once we have done Docker, everything running the Appwrite Docker, okay, okay. Oh, I see. It was creating the Docker, right? So fourth, okay. And then now I just have to go to localhost. Is that so? So localhost. Okay. Yeah, we are here. So email and password. Sign in, email and password. Let's see. Okay, so we are done. So we didn't have to do anything else. So it says, right, okay. Let's see if I have any account created or not. Credentials, please check your, okay. Then I have to create account. So let me give my name. Okay, email. I guess you are able to see it. Let me make it bigger. Okay, so we have added it. Now let's create our project. So our project name is Note Keep. Okay, we are creating a project. Okay, so now that it's done, now let's go to the installation guide. So let's go back. Okay, to init your SDK and start interacting with Appwrite service, you need to add new Flutter platform to your project. To add a new platform, go to Appwrite console, choose project, create a project step, and add platform button. Only API request initial. Okay, got it. Let's not we don't have to read it anymore. It says add a platform. Let's add a Flutter app, and name has to do make it Note Keep. Okay, package name will be com.notekeep.notekeep. Okay, next, go back. For iOS it's the same, Linux, okay, it's for same for everyone. So next we have to add Appwrite dependency. So I will copy this, and here I have PubSpec assist extension. So I will just add this Appwrite. It has added the version 8.0.1.0. You can also install, yeah, that's not required, we have done it. Next, now that you have downloaded the SDK, it's time to use your project ID, which can be found in the project settings page. Okay, okay. Okay, so let me add this on my main page. So here I'll basically add this. Let's wait for the pub get to complete, and it will remove the errors now. So basically what it is doing here is it is creating a Appwrite client, and it is setting the endpoint as localhost, and then project, it is adding the project ID. So we will get the, for self-hosted solution, when connected to a locally hosted Appwrite from an emulator or mobile device, you should use the private IP of the device running your Appwrite project as the host of the endpoint instead. Okay, so this is for the time when you have hosted your database into a instance, let's say a EC2 instance or something like that. So if you have hosted it virtually, you have to use that local IP address, that IP address instead of using the local host. You can also use service like ngrok to proxy the Appwrite server. Yeah, that's not our issue right now. Okay, congrats, you have added your first platform to your Appwrite dashboard. That's good. So let's go to the dashboard. Before that, let's see what's the issue here. What is the issue here? Uh-huh. Appwrite is an unknown word. Okay, let me quickly add this to my user settings. Okay. So it says client, then it's also doing this, right? So client and yeah. Okay. I don't know, but it's still running, right? So let me cut it from here and then paste it out here. Yeah, all good. Let me cancel it. Save it. Okay. So now I think we should replace this ID with my project ID. Let's see what's my project ID. I'll go to settings. Yeah, so this is the one. I think that is the same that we have here. Let me just let me just confirm it. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So now we have our code. Great. Now let's go to the next things. For Android, first you add app name and package. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. In order to capture Appwrite or callback URL, the following activity needs to be added inside the application tag alongside the existing activity tag in your Android manifest.xml. Be sure to replace the project ID string with your actual Appwrite project ID. You can find the, yeah, got it. So we just need to add this activity. So it says, in order to capture the Appwrite auth callback, the following activity needs to be added inside application. So let me go to manifest dot android manifest.xml. Okay, I will add one more activity out here. Okay, looks good. So instead of this project ID, I will be using this project ID. Yeah, looks good. Yeah. Okay. For iOS, add your okay, the Appwrite SDK okay plus on 12 on 11. So Xcode iOS should be greater than 11. Uh-huh. So let's do that. In order to do that, you have to open your iOS folder, then just drag this runner workspace to your Xcode or open this with Xcode. We'll have a pod file here and see it's the platform has been added as 9, right? But we don't want to use 9, we want to use 11 according to the according to this. Has to be greater than or equals to 11 to be able to run, right? So we will make it 11. Okay, fine. Let's just go to cd iOS and then we will do pod install. Yeah. Okay, we'll also be able to see this. Okay. Enter DNS record. This thing I can easily close it now, not an issue. Okay, that's good. So now let me open Xcode. Sometimes Xcode doesn't work properly, so I have to do it again. Nope. Yeah, Xcode has started. So basically what we need to see here is just we have to set the iOS minimum version to 11 in our case, right? Okay, you need to select runner. I cannot increase the size here, but what I can do is I can make it bigger. And here if you see, it is saying minimum deployment, and then here I just have to choose 10 11.0. Yeah, I think we are done here. So IS deployment has been default, so don't have to worry about this, and I can just close it. Yeah, I'm done with it. Okay, web we will see in the next part of this. First we will work with this. Okay, after your SDK configure, access any of the Appwrite service and choose any request to send. Full documentation of any service method you would like to use can be found in your SDK documentation or in the API reference section. Okay, listen to change. Yeah, these things are fine. Okay, so let's write our application now. Let's run it first. So in this video, what we will basically see is we have seen the installation and the overview of how we have to implement it. So once we run the application and we create a user in the database. So we will stop this video at this point, and then we will continue in the next one where we will be creating the creating a UI for the to-do app, and then we will integrate the database and we will write all the CRUD operation for the database. So let's just go to the overview and let's go to the auth. Create your first user to get started. Documentation, okay. Team, okay. Usage, okay. Nothing, no issue. OAuth provider, email password for anonymous, okay. So we can also use all these type of OAuth, right? So what I will do basically is I will show you all this thing, right? I will create separate video for each of the login process, and yeah, that way you will be able to like get used to all the auth process. So let's see what we can do here. So it says email, password, phone number, right? Okay, let's just create a test user. So test user, let's not give this email, we just give test@gmail.com. We give a phone number as 191, 91 is not required, so I can just say 8121123456789110. So 12345678910. Password can be test user. Test user. Okay, let's create that. Invalid. Phone number must start with, okay, can have maximum of 15 digit. Okay, that means we have to just add a +91 here. Okay, yes, we have a account, we have a unverified user. So update name, update email, okay, enter new password, user preference. You can update your user preference by storing information. Okay, so I am inside this auth, so yeah, got it. So this is the list. Yeah, if you see the UI of this app right now, it's very simple. Also, if you have functions, you can write functions here. So this is a very this is somewhat different from Firebase. As you see, Firebase doesn't allow you to add functions in your base variant, right? So if you are using some function but you don't want to pay for the Firebase, you can use this. So we will also see all these things in the later upcoming videos. Okay. So let's see what is storage. So I think here in this storage it use a NoSQL database structure, a document structure. So if I create a bucket here, let's say user data, or let's say no, I just write to do data, create. Mhm. So it has created a bucket of to do data. Okay. Now let's go inside it. Create your first file to get started. So I will create a file, drag and drop file to upload, or oh, okay. I just thought of different things. So this is storage. So it's basically the way to upload and store image or any file inside it. So in here you can upload a file. Okay, so it is similar to Firebase, right? You have a folder inside that you have all the files. So yeah. So this is database. So create your first database. Let's create a database. Let's name it to do items or to do data. Inside the to do collection, we can create again. Okay, so we have created a database to do data, and now inside this database, create your first collection. Yeah, so we do to do's. Let's say write to do's. Okay. Now inside this document, so here inside this we need to create attribute. Okay, so let's say title. Select attribute type, it will be a string. Default value can be to do one. To do one, yeah, to do item. Okay, create size maybe 100. Let's see what happens. Uh-huh, got it, understood. So this basically what it does, it creates a database. Now inside the database you have a collection, and now that collection has a specific attribute type. Let's see what happened in, what is the issue here. It says lexical or preprocessor issue, Flutter web auth not found. Okay, could not build the application for simulator. Hmm. Okay, let's try to run this using Xcode itself. So once it runs with the Xcode, it will also run with VS Code. Okay, so now you see here it is taking all the attributes of that collection. So I will have a title, I will have a description, then I will have string, I will have size 100, and then default value is description. Okay, create. So title, description, and then we have created at, and then we will have this is as date and time, date time, indicates whether it's an array and whether the attribute should act as an array. No, I don't need that array, so it is just today, it will be today, and then create. So title, description, created at, yeah, that's fine. Okay, indexes not required, activity. Okay, so this is just activity, it is storing. Okay, we have usage, and then we have settings, to do. Okay, update permission, yeah, this is all the permission and security stuff. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we have created a to do database where we have all the to dos, and then we will have documents. Okay, So if I create a document here, I can see all the forms here. So let's say to do one description one. I will just give today's date, and then I will do next. Document security is disabled. If you want to assign create, enable document security, otherwise only collection permission will be used. Create. Okay, so we have a document, we have the ID for it, and we can use this, right? So let's now go back to our application. So we have already seen all the things that are provided by Appwrite. Okay, so I will just run it from here itself. Let me check if I can zoom in. No, this basically makes it a full screen window. Okay, not an issue. I have not added any package other than Appwrite. So yeah, bill failed. Let's see what failed. It says okay. Let's make it 11. Okay. Let's then restart it. It failed again. The IS simulator deployment is set to 9. Okay. That means something is not right here. Deployment target. Let me go to runner. Let me choose 11 from here. And then I will run it. So it says Flutter Web or 2 not found. Okay. Let's see where in pubspec.yaml do we have any other package other than Appwrite? Not keep Cupertino Appwrite. Yeah, we just have Appwrite. No problem. So let's do one thing. Yeah. So here we will just do a Flutter clean. Okay, noise separation. I forgot to add a filter to the mic. Let me add that instantly. Yeah, I guess now the voice is much clearer. So yeah, let's wait for a few minutes, and if this doesn't work or this doesn't work now, what I will do is I will just cut the video at this point, and then in the next version of it, or then in the part 2 of it, I will tell you what was the exact error and how I solved it, and then we can continue forward. Thank you guys. Let's meet. Let's see you guys in the next video.